She'll get milked by Anna or bite Lumpy's face like a hungry piranha.
Bella is a brawler, she needs a shot caller. Birch Creek is a
just now cute.
Ball her.
Son of a
Nausea, got you
bitch.
penalized. Take you to the pound, getting euthanized. Gonna buy a crate.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, that was interesting.
It's gonna be. Yeah, you know what? I think I would say that. 5 minutes, and we're just now starting the show. What happened just now? Anna, what just happened?
I don't know. I wish I could help you. I can barely help myself.
And you're watching all this unfold back.
I am.
Me back here struggling.
I don't like watching you get upset.
No, but
especially
you
at 6:04.
But as you're watching the screen, can you see me scrambling, showing
Yes.
like all my little techniques and
hands in the air, not knowing what to do? I just want to come and save you.
Well, now CD1 is queued.
I like it.
I do too. Now Blitz CD3 is still solid, but that's when I had something else queued in. CD2's gone. It's been gone for a year.
Yeah.
Think we should buy some new ones?
Well, they don't make new ones, so we'll buy used ones.
Hold on. Can you imagine, like, if you're at a major company, like no successful company could be like, if you're having a big meeting, but it's like, you got money and stuff, so the boss tells the guy, hey, buy us some new ones. And the answer isn't, okay, buddy, I'll buy us some new ones, because they make new ones of the antiquated stuff that we need. And we're like, hey, buddy, CEO tells a technical guy, buy us some new ones. And then the technical guy goes, well, I'll buy us some used ones because they don't make new ones no more. What kind of business are you in? Probably not a very good one.
Well, we also need very specific, like, we can't just have like a CD player. It's a very specific one we have to buy.
Can't just get a boombox.
No, like, we just can't use your CD player that's in your garage, ladies and gentlemen. It has to be a commercial grade, rack mounted, being able to be fired remotely.
That's the main thing.
It's like, isn't that involved like some type of Ethernet connection or a special connection to be able to fire?
Yeah. It
Like, when I hit
integrates with your board, and like people can't see it, but like when you hit the different buttons on your board, it triggers the CD player.
Right. So like it's kind of it's
complicated.
It is. We look like we're simpletons, but ladies and gentlemen, our equipment's very complicated. You'd be like, but it's antiquated too, Blitz.
Yeah, it definitely is
I'm
antiquated.
old school. I don't like all that new stuff.
Right.
So I have to have the old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we're very.
The old stuff comes with issues.
Yeah, it'd be like if when we were in the '80s broadcasting with the equipment they used in the '50s, right?
Yeah.
Am I that far behind?
No,
I mean, our next gen is what all stations use. They use a computer audio, that's called like a computer cart system, right?
Yeah.
They all use something similar to that.
Similar. Yeah.
And instead of having it full of bits and sound effects, they have music and stop sets and commercial breaks, and it's all built in with that an interface that's like that, right?
Yeah.
And you can hit it on where it keeps just rolling nonstop. The radio personality went into a production room and did all their breaks. Be like 93.3 FLZ, cloudy skies today. Don't forget Eisenhower High School tonight, football game of the week, and we got 1,254 sets of tickets to give away this weekend to the Martika reunion. On 93.3 FLZ. Well, you record all those breaks. It takes you about 20 minutes to do an entire 4-hour show because you only get to talk 8 times. And they're called speed breaks. Anna, are you familiar with like how Top 40 and these
Nope,
these stations
and I
are
never
run?
will be, because
So
I will never
literally,
do that ever, because that is not what I do.
These music-based,
I hear it. I'm aware of what
Yeah.
it is, but I've never done it.
It's called a speed break, and you're allowed, like, they may give you 18 seconds.
And you gotta like almost tell a statement as a joke.
Yeah, and so
That's so crazy that this happened.
in order to be like, because you can't establish a brand or be famous or develop your talk radio skills by doing speed breaks. So you have to make sure that they know your name. So your name's like Joey Franchise or something like that.
Nice
be like,
name.
well, I've heard that.
That's a real
That's
guy.
a real guy.
Yeah.
Like, really,
Yeah.
a real guy. And I hear Joey.
On the ones and
Joey
twos.
Franchise. Shut up.
I think I've seen him perform.
Joey Franchise.
Yeah.
like, Bubba the Love Joey Franchise plays one record. Hey, it's Joey Franchise and 94.1. Don't forget I'll be at Yippee-O's tonight at 5 o'clock. And don't forget Orlando and the Freaky Bunch tomorrow morning. And Joey Franchise on Wow, we be wildin'. That's it. Like, that's all. They weren't allowed to stop the music, put a music bed underneath it like I used. This was nighttime radio. Blitz, not one hit after another after another.
Right.
It was an event. Bubba the Love Sponge was playing a little bit of music, but man, he had a whole bunch of wild stuff going on. Chicks kissing, lesbians on Tuesdays, no panties on Thursdays, fat fillies on Fridays, curls calling in, making out, dildoing, kangarooing, coming to the station, pulling their, like literally, hey, Rhonda and Lisa, you guys were driving by Gandhi. Are you guys both over 18? Yes, we are. Well, listen, welcome to the Power Pig. I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm the most famous guy in this entire city. So, listen, since I'm the godfather of radio, I like to see your breasts. So, won't you pop those 4 little silky milkies out on the table right now? Guido, make sure they test them on the table. Okay. Wow. Which one of you guys want to go out with, hang out with us later tonight? We get free drinks and free everything. I got an appearance at Mako's, Seminole and alternate 19 and Seminole Boulevard, because I know I had to be live there. Alternate 19 and Seminole Boulevard. It's ladies' night. Both of you chicks meet us over there. Then you got guaranteed oral in the parking lot afterwards, because they've already been to the station. Think that you're God. No, you're just Joey Franchise playing A into B with a little bit of talking before C.
The best speed break I heard probably in the last 5 years is some guy broke the news of like the potential active shooter at a Brandon Mall, and then he's like, well, anyways, here's Doja Cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly.
There might be an active shooter at the mall, but here's Taylor Swift.
Yeah. We got to get our 8 records in before we go live to
like, what the hell?
The area just got, 26 people
That made me laugh so hard for the wrong reasons.
I used to go by Mako's on the way home with my mom after church.
And you heard us live on the air?
Oh, man, I would always just hope to either get a peek at you walking in or a peek at some of the girls. And my mom found out, and we started taking a different route home. Instead of Seminole Boulevard, I think we started taking
so you guys would be driving home from probably Wednesday nights, because we had like a wet T-shirt ladies' night on Wednesdays.
We had Wednesday night church.
And so you were getting out of church, and you were hoping that you could, or whatever, catch a glimpse.
Yeah, because we'd be heading south. Mako's on the right, so I'd be sitting behind on the passenger seat, like just glaring out the window.
Anna, I was out I had a bar appearance.
I know.
Every night.
You said that. That's absolutely insane. There's no way you could have had, been an alcoholic or drank every night, because you would have been dead.
I just substituted food for alcohol.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally 7 nights a week, making I think it was what, 400 a gig, or it was 400 a gig.
And this was in the
cash.
90s.
This was 92 to 96.
That's awesome.
And so it was cash. The bar, like as soon as I walked in, I had like a little posse, and Guido would go and settle the money up. He'd go. I didn't even have to go settle my own money up on. Like, if you act like a star, then you are a star. If people will believe it. If as you're establishing your gimmick and whatever. Mm-hmm. So I knew I had to travel with my boys. So after the show, it just wouldn't be me. It'd be all my boys.
Did you realize how cool that was at the time, or did you not?
No,
really?
I didn't even really. I didn't.
You're just like, whatever.
I didn't even probably. I wish I could have documented it all, and it would be such a cherished, rare moment. That a local radio guy, not like Elvis, has a posse, and then so we walk into a bar, we go to Mako's, and Khalil was the owner of Mako's, and my deal was I got my money as soon as I walked in. Like a lot of times
on the front end,
a lot of these radio personalities, they go to a bar and they wouldn't do so well, and so you go to get your money at the end of the night, and they were like, listen, I know I owe you 150, but man, you just didn't draw tonight. These shady ass bar owners. And they'd be like, I'm going to give you would you take 75 and I'll have you back next week? Or I could get another radio guy. Oh, no, I'll take 75. Just please make sure you request me. Because radio station, then the bar owner, like Khalil he didn't play these games with me, but like Khalil would tell his rep, because they want the radio personalities were getting mad as hell that they weren't getting any gigs. So they would go to like Desiree, or like the other radio personalities, would be like, hey, can you go to Mako's and see if they'll have me on Thursdays instead of Bubba, because by the way, my fee was $400 and theirs were $200, but they weren't getting any of them, and so they would kind of cut deals with the salesperson. So the salesperson would go to the bar owner, then be like, "Hey, is Bubba doing a good job for you?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, would you want to try one of our other personalities?" They'd be like, "No, we don't want any of those other personalities. We want Bubba." So they had to have me, but they had to. As soon as my deal was on us, as soon as I walked in, they had to pay. Guido into the back and got paid, and then we had to make sure we had a special area for just my guys, and then they gave me wristbands, and anybody who was with me had a wristband, like my posse, and I'd always have like maybe 8 to 10 people. By the time you throw in Half Breed and Emery, and and Guido. And like we had a posse at Johnny Yates, T Quest,
every single night.
Danny Crook, yeah, every night.
Even if it was Tuesday.
Even if it was
10
Tuesday.
people came out. Your posse.
There wouldn't be 10 people. There would be always 500-600 people on every night that I was going to be somewhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so Guido went and got the money, and then we had to have a designated area so that only we could sit in, and then they had to provide security so we could tell people, no, can't come in and out, plus full-blown bottle service, drinks, unlimited tab for people with the wristbands.
Well, yeah. So bringing in the people, bringing in the money.
It was great, but everybody hated me for it.
Well, I mean, did that change at all, or not really? Right? People hated you because they weren't you.
Yeah, true. I don't even remember how they started. What were we talking about?
Speed breaks and CDs.
Oh, yeah.
CD players.
CD players. And how, we run this antiquated equipment. Because we have antiquated minds. I mean, we have a radio show the way, a radio show should roll around and have swagger and have personalities and have, various situations. That's the way we roll. This is an art that's dying. Radio, the way we do it, is an art that's dying. Radio now is a big jukebox, right? I mean, God, look how rare Florida Man Radio is.
Yes.
I mean, that's so. I don't even know if people.
I don't even know
if people really appreciate John and Shane and Stevie's vision with Florida Man Radio. Like, it's brilliant.
It is.
And it's exactly what's right with radio, but unfortunately, radio's made it wrong. Radio's so cheap and not doing so well. Now that formatically they can't afford to pay talk show hosts, because listen, talk radio is expensive, and but that's what people want.
It's funny you mentioned this because we were listening to maybe another station that does all talk recently. And even though I was listening and the people on the show were talented, I said to Blitz, like, this just sounds so corporate and like watered down.
Right.
And even though they are talented, nothing against the personalities, they're just told what to say, what not to say.
What lane they got to stay in.
Right. And what stance you got to take on certain things. And if you want to talk about anything controversial, like you can't really even claim a side, and you have to take 1,000 calls, and it's trash.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Meanwhile, you know how I was taught? Hey,
let it eat.
Go in there and push the envelope as hard as you can, and if you scrape your knee a little bit on a lawsuit here or there, we got your back.
That's
but
awesome.
The more outlandish, the better. One time, Randy Michaels, the CEO of the company on us. So this isn't like, my local guy. This is the CEO of the company.
Right.
Called me up. Bubba, what? Have you been on vacation?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? We haven't gotten any complaint calls at corporate in probably 2 weeks. I said, okay, I'll handle that, buddy.
Step it up.
I'll have a couple kids on the phone tonight, ask them how big their mom's boobs are. That was the biggest one I used to get in trouble for. They were like, Blitz, they'd have meetings with me like, listen, you can do, Hannah, here's the kind of meeting they'd have with me when I was in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do anything you want. Anything. But can you just do us a favor? What? Can you not put kids on the air and ask them about their mom in any sexual way, please? What do you mean? Well, like last night, you had a girl on the phone and she was 9, and you asked her about her mom, and how big her boobs were, and she was trying to describe how big her mom's boobs were, and then you asked her
What's wrong with that?
And then you asked her if she had a dad, and she said no, her mom and dad were divorced, and then you proceeded to ask her if she wanted to go to school the next day in your Love Sponge limousine while you're blasting her mom. So,
Why did the kid call in?
why? And it's not my fault the kid called in. I think I know.
It's really not.
So they're like, listen, from now on, after you ask a kid how old they are, if they're under 18, you can do your hang-up gimmick. You can call them a fetus, leave you alone. You can even go as far as, one of my slug lives on it was be like, call me back when you got a little bit of pubic hair.
Classic.
Was that before or after the Santa Claus gimmick?
Oh, that was way after.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but I didn't. I did get in a little bit of trouble, but they thought it was cool.
Oh,
It
They
was
thought
just,
it was cool.
Well, they knew within the market it was going to be such a legendary event that it would be worth its weight in marketing for people to, for years. There's probably, how many kids, or probably how many kids walk around Tampa Bay with Bubba the Love Sponge ruined my Christmas, because when I was 7, I was listening to the Power Pig, and Bubba got all these kids on the air, said it was the most important announcement that he's ever made in the history of his radio career, that every child must be gathered around the radio. It's very important. It's the most important thing ever that'll affect your child's life. So everybody's like, what in the hell could he be talking about? I'm like,
If
seriously.
you fell for that, man, you deserved it.
So I got all the kids on. I had like 6. Hello, line 1. What's your name? Johnny? First of all, I'm like, hey, kids, call me. Right now. Call me up. This is Bubba the Love Sponge and the Power Pig. Call me. I got something. I'll put you all on hold. We're going to do a big conference call. This is the big announcement. But you got to be under 10. So, I know that I usually
You
tell
got to be under 10.
I would say that, seriously.
I know. It just sounds funny.
And I started the show out at 7 o'clock. So, I had all these 10-year-olds were calling and were like, trying to find the 10. I had 7 lines on my board. We're trying to find like the 10, youngest, ones we could find. Yeah. Completely opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
But we're not doing anything bad. We're doing something, we're doing something bad.
Right.
So, it's about an hour we keep promoting it. We finally find the 7 best sounding kids. I had this one kid. He was a black kid, and he sounded very ethnic. And I had some hillbilly kid from Plant City, and I had a couple girls.
You had diversity. You were ahead of the diversity game.
Yeah, I had a couple, like a black boy and like a white girl and like a Mexican. I really strategically had
A little bit of everything.
And I go, hey, you guys there? Yeah, we're here. Check in. Johnny, you there? Yeah, this is Johnny. Rhonda, you there? Yeah, this is Rhonda. You guys get it. I didn't go through all 7 made-up names.
I was gonna say,
My boys sound like my girls. I'm the worst impersonationist guy ever. Please, people impersonate me. Can't impersonate. How can you impersonate when you get impersonated?
Yeah, exactly. That's the rules.
That's rules. How can you, in life, should be a commandment. Should be like, what? How can you, try to impersonate somebody if people impersonate you? It's reverse impersonation, ain't it? That's how I got it scored. Kevin Curry, 23 on the Venmo at the Bubba Army.
What the hell?
That's how I got it
What's
scored.
going on?
I don't know, but it's funny as F. I don't even think about hating on this break, bitch. About to get mines.
Not even close.
My God, legendary. This might be a red letter day. The day I spun myself on my self-profit, on my narcissistic, living in the past ways.
Because of a broken CD player.
Broken. I got a broken CD player that got me into this deal. God, I think I'm my own therapist. What is this?
3 hours of December 19th,
hold on.
dissatisfied with his options, Donald Trump decided to call for a large and wild crowd.
Okay. I liked me on the Power Pig better.
Yeah, me too.
7:41. Bubba the Love Sponge and the BRN Bubba
Time check.
Radio Network live from the Power Pig.
But see, it was like showbiz.
From the Power Peg Palatial Studios.
Like you got to make it an over the top deal. You know what I'm saying? Radio is theater of the mind. What radio was so radio of the theater of the mind back then, but there was no visual, so you had to be that much more, over the top
Yeah.
to paint that picture.
Who is it, Pumpkin? Who? Bob Truin, tell him I got to talk to you.
Oh, yeah, this guy I was trying to get some free stuff off of.
We can destroy her, Bob.
All right, hold on. Talking to Bob Truin. But I literally did like a 5-minute infomercial for like a 52-year-old man so that I could get like I think I got a free motorcycle or something out of it.
Oh, well, that's worth it.
Yeah, but I had to put him on the air for 5 minutes, and the radio station be like, whatever. I was just cutting my own deals on
For
some
a free CC motorcycle.
Sometimes this gets embarrassing for me.
I like the sing along.
Oh, wow.
Shoot, baby.
Instead of shoot,
Oh,
puke.
the pussy keeper.
It's 11 minutes in front of 8 o'clock in the BRN Bubba Radio Network, live from WFLZ, Tampa, Florida, with me, Bubba the Love Sponge, your host.
Jesus, God damn. It's embarrassing.
A special No Panties Thursday. We let it all hang out. Buff, muffin, free balling. Let your champion run wild.
See, I mean, like, so if you're a kid growing up on, or even a young adult, you're like, man, why am I going to be listening to some radio personality doing speed breaks when I can hear a guy that's got girls calling me up with their vaginas hanging out?
Buff muffin.
Buff muffin, free balling.
Over 18, let it all hang out, baby. Listen, sweetie, you don't want to keep that chia pet all cooped up. You'll start growing bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A properly ventilated chia pet is a very healthy one at that. If you go out this evening, put your panties on your antenna, your George, your pantyhose, your T-backs, whatever you have for undergarments. Display them proudly on either your door handle, your hood ornament, your bumper, your antenna.
I never did cocaine, but it kind of sounds like, man, I was zipped, was I not?
Yeah.
Whatever you can.
I mean, that or I've slowed down so much now. I don't know.
Well, you were pretty hopped up back
what's
then.
it like? What's it? The young Bubba versus old Bubba. This is young Bubba here. It's kind of embarrassing.
Pick some two on your vehicle. Make sure you put them on there. All right, Dan?
That turned into this.
Now, tomorrow, you can go to the Tarpon Springs Goodyear. It's on Tarpon Avenue.
Oh, yeah, this is another deal that I cut.
The Tarpon Springs Goodyear on Tarpon Avenue.
I guarantee you,
You got free wheels.
guy's name was Steve. Just watch.
From 7 till 7. They're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Ask for my homie Steve.
Because that's back when you lived up in the Palm Harbor area, right?
Right. And I needed some new tires on Holly's Volkswagen, so I went up there, and there was this younger guy, and he was listening to the Power Pig, and I'm like, hey, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. What? I'm Bubba the Love Sponge from the Power Pig. I see you guys got us on the show.
You're white?
He's like, I'm your biggest fan ever. I'd be like, great. I need 4 brand new tires. I'll throw in some kind of promotion we'll do on a Saturday.
All you got to do is tell them that you participate on No Panties Thursday, or that you listen to the Bubba the Love Sponge show, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So
Or something like that.
I didn't even have to go there. So I just basically said, listen, I'll get on the air on No Panties Thursday, and if people show up at your business with their panties on their antenna, you'll give them like 10 or 15%, a free valve stem or something stupid.
A free valve stem.
I know, you get something stupid,
Yeah.
not worth nothing. I don't think. Let's see what they were giving away.
And my homie Steve, the homies at Goodyear there, Tarpon Springs, Tarpon Avenue.
Like Goodyear Corporate Blitz would want their name over this promotion and all, right? You know what I'm saying?
Give you a free tire rotation. No costs.
Oh, free tire rotation.
nice.
No hidden costs. No gimmicks. No nothing.
They're going to try to upsell you on an oil change with an alignment and brakes, aren't they, Blitz? That's exactly what
Oh,
they're
of
going to
course. That Goodyear's still there, by the
do. Is
way.
that a burp?
It
Big
is
ass
today.
up. I ain't lying tomorrow. Tarpon Springs, Goodyear, Tarpon Avenue. From 7 till 7. Leftovers say, yo, man, you got to do that every 3,000 miles.
right.
The bottom line, homie, is your big ass ain't paying nothing at all. If you put the panties on your antenna.
I just talked and talked and talked.
Is that different from now?
And talked.
Well, back then you were supposed to play music.
Yeah, Anna, yes, it's different now because I was supposed to be playing 8 songs an hour, and I played 3. And then they're like, they just when, and like what radio personality, like let's think about the radio personalities that are on music radio right now. And, I mean, what would you guys say that the average, like if you talk about like Hot or 93 or 94, you'd probably say they probably average 8 to 10 records an hour, 8 to 10 songs an hour.
I'd say that's about right.
Yeah, they probably play 0 records.
Yeah, That's why I moved it to song still.
I know.
Right,
You can't catch
1984.
me if I've already caught myself, bitch. You should not be able to come in with a dry Snyder
Okay.
if I self-corrected
All
within
right,
said
fair
mistake.
enough. Fair enough.
I mean, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
you're right.
thanks. If you're, I saw you there, right, trying to get me when I said records. That's why I reverted to the song, and I was like, there you go. How about that?
Got it,
didn't listen
Bubba. You
again.
shielded yourself.
Yeah.
And then you can't come back in and try to rub my nose in my poop,
Okay.
bitch.
All right.
When I
Like you did to Bella.
I should be able to do that to you. Be like, oh, I know you're trying to get me on that one, Blitz.
No, you got me.
I mean, today's music. Today's radio personalities can't talk.
Barely.
Talk for 23 seconds.
I think the longest person I hear talk is like Bobby Bones. I think he talks for like 3-4 minutes.
Oh yeah, Bobby Bones.
He tells like a real quick story.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones, and I was in Nashville last week. Saw these hot chicks from the Midwest out celebrating a bachelor party. I told them I'm Johnny Bones. and Bobby Bones is kind of an attractive-looking radio guy. And so I got all that ass. Man, if I was Johnny Bones...
Johnny Bones.
If I was Bobby Bones... Bobby Bones could never have been as decadent as me.
No way.
I don't think there's a radio personality in the history of... I don't know of any
world.
other radio personality that was as decadent as I was. I mean, I've heard Larry Lou Jack stories and Wolfman Jack stories and how they rolled around their city, but how I rolled around Tampa as the #1 night guy, it was, I mean, God.
Well, you kind of documented it on our YouTube channel. The
What do you
Bubba Krebs, the 488 from Power Pig, all the crazy stuff he did.
Yeah, that was
Over the top.
no, that really did kind of it was made it was entertaining. It was shot
In my bedroom
Hold on.
and screw around with these chicks.
I mean, the thing about it is this was a work that was really a shoot,
Oh.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This was a work that basically described the shootness of my life.
Don't ever take chicks to my house. Ever. But it's a special moment.
All right, listen.
Chicks.
All right, hold
Not
on.
me personally. I wish.
I have a sauna. I got a tan.
All right. This is embarrassing.
That's why we want to watch it.
Yeah,
No,
weren't you rolling in the Mercedes in the beginning?
Was I?
I think so.
Oh yeah, right here. Hold on. This is embarrassing.
Hey, like the convertible.
And that I can barely fit in.
It looks like one of those clown cars.
Yo, what's up?
You look like a Shriner in a parade.
And here's the thing, is that
Gonna float away.
we shot it in an entertaining way, but it's really a shoot.
Yeah.
It's a shoot.
Bunch in the house, and welcome to Let Your Chichir Run Wild. Let me tell you something very quickly here.
All right. This
Oh, it's quick. It's quick, you said.
It's Let Your Chichir Run Wild with me, your host, Bubba the Love Sponge. Peace.
No wonder people
Hey,
hate me.
pace.
No wonder people hate me.
Guy like standing up in the back.
That's when cars had antennas.
Must have been a Thursday.
And Blitz, look at this old Lincoln pulling in.
know.
It's about what, a 84 Lincoln?
Is that on
what's up?
Bayshore?
This is my touring car. This is my 560
Hell
SEL
yeah.
4-door. I got about a 20.
No, all this will be is just a big self-promotion for
Oh,
the
it's
place,
big.
the place that gave it to me.
$5,000 stereo system in here, courtesy of my fine friends at Streets Car Stereo and stuff.
Streets cards.
What house is that?
Dean Tyler's.
Oh, okay.
You know I gotta have some gangster ass quad cars. Let me show you.
Oh, no. Let's
But he
see
got some
it.
15s in there.
Oh, wait till you see it, man! And they made it so that they made it for a car show, so you could take it to car shows and have for expert install
You
or
right,
something
Craig,
like
they
that.
tens.
Watch. Oh, Blitz, they flipped out. Wait till you see this.
Oh, damn.
Watch this. They flipped out.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, Craig, you got 12.
Hold on. Love Sponge limousines, buddy.
Of
course.
I'm gonna take you inside so you get the real effect.
Oh my.
Why do you have your license plate in the back seat?
Hello.
Oh,
No, he left. Hello, this is Bubba, Mr. Nice Guy.
oh, you're Mr. Nice Guy.
Hi, why are you so rude to girls?
I'm not being rude to girls.
You are. You call them bitches and everything.
I do not, ma'am.
Anna, I even had a CD schlepper where
I could see that.
I didn't even have to put the CD machine. I would throw it, and there would be Guido or Cowhead there to pick it up, or Dig Dug. Watch. Most radios.
Doug?
Watch.
Yeah, Dig Dug.
Look at this. I scoff at it.
I do not, ma'am.
CD machine playing music. I want more about me. Let me talk. Oh, let me hang my beeper from my mic stand there. That's my beeper
That's
company.
what that is?
Just in case it
Bubba
goes
beepers.
off. Air Bubba beeping.
Air Bubba Beep. I had my own beeper company. Air Bubba Beepers.
Really rude and hang up on people too.
If you don't like what I do, don't listen.
But I like the music.
Well, go buy some CDs.
Oh.
Well, fine.
What's your... Hello?
Yeah, go buy some
Biatch?
CDs.
Hello?
I'm always rubber band.
Speaking, Guido, can you have me another cookie cup?
Yeah,
Another
Guido.
Can you hand me another cookie cup?
Come on, Guido.
I'm
Where the cookies
Anna,
at? Where the cookies
doing
at?
a radio show.
You're
talking
hungry and you need a
talking
snack.
to a caller, and I tell my assistant that to get me another cookie cup.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Bubba.
This is Bubba?
Yeah.
No,
Want me
don't go there. No way. Are you for real?
Want me to prove it to you?
Yeah, prove it to me. Wait a minute. Hold on, you can prove it to me.
Dumb bitch.
Bam. Then I'd hang up on her. That's how I prove it to you.
Hello?
Hello?
All right, whatever.
Oh, she's dead.
We're doing prank phone calls. I don't know.
All
what
of
I'm-
the effects you got.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
Wait.
Oh, he's his name out so he can find me.
that's Guido. That's Guido.
He was styling.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do you one better. I don't ever do this. I swear to God.
All right.
All right, what does he know? What does
Love
this guy
Sponge
never do?
Limousine's the bomb, cuz.
I gotta call my limo guy up.
What are you wearing?
Just I don't know, a 7X moo.
With the sleeves cut out?
7X moo. Say it.
7X
It
With the
moo.
sleeves cut off.
looks like I took a jail. I was in jail and I cut my jumpsuit off.
Yeah.
Wow. Worst referee ever.
Is this Jay?
Yeah, this is. How you doing?
Good. This is Bubba.
Oh, Bubba, how are you, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, whatever. And by the way, I didn't own the limousine company, Anna.
didn't?
Some fledgling limousine company was getting ready to go out of business. Said, "Hey, we'll let you play like they're your limos, and you can call us up and boss us around, and we'll give you unlimited limo rides." But we need the promotion. Like, you know, we have
That's super cool.
And so I'm like, all right. So I said we're gonna call it Love Sponge Limousines, and we're gonna. I'm like, you have to like really hard sell it that I own this. Like, if the media I own it. He's like, okay. And I saved his company because, you know, I would talk about my limo company.
Are limos still a thing?
Oh no, well, we're not talking about trying to be a thing.
No. I'm just saying in general. Like,
Kind of, but they're on their way out.
because like back then there was like all kinds of limo services, and the cool thing to do would be order a limo.
Yeah, like
n-
for prom and stuff.
No,
and
but I arrived everywhere in a limo.
I know, but like back then, like people did that. Like it
Now you
now
kinda get clowned on it.
nobody does
now
that
you just
now.
go to the metaverse.
Yeah, now you get clowned on it. Really, you get clowned on it.
Yeah.
Limos do look antiquated. Some of the cooler ones are like, is it like a Jeep or something? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like an extended Jeep?
Like
or
the Hummers or
think
the
I-
Suburbans?
Hummers, excuse me.
Blitz, I think I'm gonna start bringing. I think I'm gonna bring the '90s back for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna start living like I was. Like
You
I
gonna
used-
get a stretch Lincoln?
Can I gain 400 pounds?
Well,
Sorry.
no, I'm gonna be like. Can you imagine, Lummy? You know how much I used to kill it being a fat ass. Can you imagine if I looked
know.
like this?
Oh yeah.
My
You'd super
Lord.
kill it.
So much
Yeah.
better now.
I mean, it's kind of bad when what I'm rolling around now is Brad Pitt like compared to what I used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if I rolled around like that, I mean, I'm far hotter and in better shape, which is very sad.
And you never had any sort of bariatric surgery or anything?
No.
That's impressive.
Ugh.